Right, let's take a look at the semi-finals then. We start off with the France versus Belgium game taking place on Tuesday night, 7:00 kickoff. It is going to be quite an interesting game to say because Belgium really, I don't think they've got this far in the tournament since 1990 when they played against
86,
England.
86.
They got to the quarterfinal stages in 1990.
Yeah.
Or did they get to the semi-finals in 86?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right, fair enough.
Yeah,
and of course,
Schifo.
yes, and of course, France were 2006 finalists. Zinedine Zidane's famous headbutt, and and the 1998 World Cup winners themselves as well. So 20 years on from that great achievement, France looking to get back to the final stages as well.
12 years today since the headbutt.
Oh, really? Oh, well. Hopefully Zidane can stay away from headbutting any Belgium legends or whatnot to keep things clean and whatnot. But in terms of people missing and things like that, Sidibe is doubtful for France, but Matuidi turns to the squad after the suspension. Tolisso did really well in that game in the replacement, didn't he?
Yeah, and I wouldn't say he didn't surprise me as such, but I didn't expect him to have that much of an impact.
Yeah,
I thought he'd just come in and do a decent job, but they've got I don't know. I guess it's a bit of a selection headache in a way. I think Matuidi will come back in just because he offers a little bit more protection than Tolisso, and especially against Belgium. If the way that they played against Brazil, where they brought in Fellaini to go with Axel Witsel, which frees up De Bruyne, I think that Matuidi is going to be key to try to nullify that.
I think as well with France pushing forward, Matuidi being alongside Kante and that kind of defense will open up for Pogba to move forward as well. But other than that, Didier Deschamps shouldn't have any other problems. But in terms of Belgium, Roberto Martinez, Thomas Meunier is suspended after picking up his second yellow card of the World Cup in the 2-1 win against Brazil. Meunier, it's been a decent player for Belgium, hasn't he?
God, it'd be interesting what they do with that because a lot of times previously, because Belgium had this embarrassment of riches with four great centre halves. With going back a few years, you'd have Vertonghen, you'd have Alderweireld, you'd have Vermeulen, and you'd have who's the other one at the time? Oh, Company, of course. And they basically play all four as a back four with Vertonghen going to the left, Alderweireld going to right back. And so with Meunier being out, do they try and put Toby Alderweireld right back as a right wing back essentially, or I don't know. It's interesting what they do.
There was something on here, and I heard something on the Guardian's football podcast on the way in here that they were thinking about Carrasco playing him.
Oh no,
at the back.
no!
But that would be.
They played him left wing back for a couple of games, and he was abysmal. He was horrendous.
I think that would be one of those Roberto Martinez, I'm the smarter than you tactical decision. Like the other day when he said, "Oh, it's not won by the players on the pitch; it's won by the tactics made by the manager."
He's a ball
and I'm like, yeah, let's see how you do against a team like France, really, that's been doing reasonably well in the knockout stages so far of the tournament.
He did. He won the FA Cup with Wigan and got relegated.
Ben Watson, super headache. Now plays for Nottingham Forest.
You got to remember he took Swansea up to the Premiership as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's got the achievement.
Brendan actually.
Wigan who took somebody up to the Premiership.
Wigan were already up at the time. Wigan went up with Paul Jewell. And it was Brendan, your boy Brendan, who took Swans up.
He's not my boy.
He's not my boy. You talked about Tielemans as well. Moussa Dembele. There's a couple of players that could easily get into this Belgium squad into the midfield. But we've already talked about how Chadley and Fellaini are all playing well in the team. So it's a bit of a selection problem really for Roberto Martinez, isn't it, Andrew?
I think just stick with what you got. Stick with what worked against Brazil. Obviously, you need to make some changes with Meunier. That's a big interesting one. I don't know with that. I guess. I don't think Carrasco he basically to me played himself out of the team. And so I think now it's a case of right. Well, we need someone to come in. Let's bring you back. No, he's not been good enough. Look at other options.
Do you think it's going to be a change of formation then?
No, I don't think they will. I think they'll stick with what they've done. It's just a case of there's no real like for Meunier, so that's the tricky one. But I think I'd love Moussa Dembele. I think he's brilliant. But I wouldn't bring him in. I think you've got to stick with Witsel and Fellaini with De Bruyne in front of him, of them. And I think I'm the world's biggest Moussa Dembele fan. I think he's a stunning footballer to watch. But there's not a place for him in this team at the moment. So I just stick as close as they can to what they did against Brazil, and I fancy them. It's again we talked about it before. It's one of those where all four teams that are left in the competition now It's whether they turn up.
Yeah.
I think if both teams turn up to their full capacity, I do think Belgium have got enough to go through. But it's that stage of the World Cup, and with the 4 teams in it, Croatia and England as well, all 4 have got previous for bottle jobs, and it's whether it's just a case of who can get the most consistency.
Composed.
Yeah, that's it. Keeping composed, keeping consistent, and obviously a little bit of luck will come into it, and hopefully one of your match winners turns up.
The fine people who scored, but there are other statistical websites out there. If you do like your football statistics, we're not sponsored by them or anything like that. Have put their probable lineups up for 4-2-3-1 for France. Lloris in goal, Pavard, who had that fantastic goal against Argentina, Varane and Umtiti, your main man, Andrew, and Hernandez in the back 4. Pogba and Kante line up behind Matuidi, Griezmann, and Mbappe, with Giroud up top on his own. So that is a really strong French squad. To go against a Belgian team that has got, of course, Courtois in goal, with Chadley they predicted to play at right back to fill up in Meunier's spot. Anderveld, Company and Vertonghen, of course, the usual suspects make up the rest of the back 4. Fellaini, Witsel and Dembele in midfield, followed by Lukaku, De Bruyne and Hazard up front. Really, it's a to and fro between those two teams. They've both got the attacking options, but really, when you look at it in the defence, it can be a little bit shaky.
I don't know. I think Belgium have got far and away the better defence.
You think they got the stronger defence?
Yeah. Easy. I mean, I don't want to. He's turned into like the normally what John Henson to get, but I don't want to pick on him, Titty. But I don't rate him at all. I think at times he's embarrassing for a big, strong, quick lad. He goes down like a sack of spuds, should we say, a lot of the time, and he plays himself into trouble. He doesn't read the game very well. He's one of those where he can get away with making mistakes because he's quick and he's strong. I think Varane's brilliant, but other than that, across the Belgium defence, I just think Varane's amazing, but the rest of the defence nowhere near as good as the Belgians. Although I on the flip side of that, I'd always go with Hugo Lloris over Thibaut Courtois.
Yeah. Joe, we've seen throughout the tournament with the French squad that they do have the strength and depth. Really, we saw it in the last game when they brought on Tolisso and replaced him with Matuidi after his suspension. Do you think that's going to be a big factor in this game for the French squad? Going up against the Belgium, really, where if say they had another problem in defence, they could be in real trouble, really, because they don't have that many players that can fill in and fill in that key role in defence.
Yeah, they have. Obviously, I thought they've got quite good strength and depth, but defensively, like as you pointed out, they haven't really. It's all attack, isn't it? The depth. I'm just trying to think who could fill in at the back if they had any trouble.
There you go. It's a difficult problem to solve.
Is Adil Rami in the squad this time out with all for him? Centre half.
I don't know.
He's a solid option, but. I don't know. I don't particularly rate the French defence myself, apart from Varane. But
it's not like you've got any midfielders that can drop in. It's like with England, if they had a massive problem and all their centre backs got injured somehow, they could drop Dyer in there.
Yeah.
I just can't think of anyone.
No, I just loaded up the Brazil Belgium game now to take a look at the sub bench to see if there is any recognisable defensive names.
Oh, Belgium's are on about. I thought you were France. Sorry.
No, not France. The Belgian defence really. Just looking at it, it had Mertens, Dembele.
Make it?
Sorry,
did Jordan Lukaku make it in the end?
I think he
squad.
Did. Yeah. Boyata.
Boyata's started a few games, so I think he'd be a sensible option to bring in if needed. But I think, kind of touching on what Joe said, I think France have got far better options in terms of attacking.
To bring on. Does Hazard play?
Hazard.
Hazard.
No, he's kind of he's more of like a right-sided attacker, or number 10 he could play.
He's at Chelsea, isn't he?
Russian Gladbach, isn't he?
Yeah.
I thought he was on loan there.
Because I've been impressed with him when he played against England.
Yeah,
I thought he was very impressive.
Yeah, he's a really good player. Really good player.
This French team, basically, we already mentioned it. They didn't really get out of second gear against Uruguay.
No.
Are we expecting them to push even harder against Belgium then?
I don't know. It's because you can compare it. You can run it parallel a little bit to Brazil about how the Brazil team through the group stages they didn't get through out of second gear, and you expected them to push on, and then against Belgium they just got turned over and didn't turn up. So it's a case of the France. I mean, I thought they had a great game against Argentina, but the last game they didn't really turn up. Is it a case of have they got any momentum going, or was it they just purposely took their foot off the gas because they were never really tested? I don't know. It's an interesting one, that.
Scoreline predictions, guys. You got France
2-0
versus Belgium. 2-0 Belgium. Oh, okay. Who do you really think then that the Belgium's defense can hang on then against this French attack?
I reckon they can, but
because that's quite a surprising prediction for a French team that's been brilliant.
The midfield.
Right.
If they clog the midfield, they'll win by 2-0.
Right.
If they don't, it'd be more interesting, but I still think...
See, I find that surprising that, Belgium will be able to keep a clean sheet against this French team that's got Griezmann, Mbappe,
I don't think Griezmann's had a great tournament. I don't think he's done anywhere...
He's still scoring goals.
He's still scoring goals.
But I think in
more
terms
than
of...
Sterling.
I'm not going to touch on Sterling, but I genuinely think that arguably the best centre-back pairing in world football is Vertonghen and Alderweireld. You throw in Vincent Kompany in there as well. I think the Belgians have got the best defence in the tournament. It's on paper.
We'll come to your prediction in a second.
Yep.
Joe?
2-1 France.
2-1 France. You liking... Oh, and Adam's shaking his head in rage. And pointing fingers as well. Stop pointing fingers, it's rude. What have we doing? Stop doing that.
I've got to go with the team that I predicted to win it before the tournament. And I think, like I said, they've got a solid squad overall.
Yeah.
And their attack's just unbeatable.
Yeah.
You've got the three strikers, Giroud, and they said Giroud then. Griezmann and Mbappe. And Mbappe's pace is just going to cause so many problems for the Belgian defence. So, like we were saying about how solid they've been, but they've never really come up with anyone with that sort of pace. So
I just think they have to drop back.
If Hazard matches him, if he decides to go a bit defensively and try and go both ways, then I think Mbappe might struggle because he has the matching pace, I reckon.
I'm not so sure, but hey, we'll see. I'll know.
We'll have to wait and see.
Tuesday night.
I think Belgium are going to win, and I've got a feeling it's going to be 2-0. I think the Belgian backline will sit deep to counteract for the pace, and I can see Lukaku absolutely bullying him to eat all day. It'll be 1-0 Belgium, then France will be going all attack, get caught on a counter late on, 2-0 in the bag.
I think
Belgium.
I'm going to stick with Joe's prediction. I'm going to go for a 2-1 France win, and not just because I've got them in my pub sweepstake. No, I honestly feel as if this French attack is going to be too much for this Belgian defence to handle. You really think about it, they haven't really came against a potent attacking force really so far in this World Cup, because when they played against England, all the rested players came on, and it was all players playing for the first time.
Brazil have got a decent attacking threat.
Yeah, but Neymar wasn't doing well at all this tournament. Yeah. You already mentioned about Gabriel Jesus and how he probably should have been sat for Firmino. So,
but like Griezmann, Neymar hasn't been playing well, but he's been scoring goals. Same as Griezmann.
Neymar hasn't scored that many goals. He's only scored 2, I think.
Yeah, how many's Griezmann got?
He's got 3 or 4.
3, is it? I thought it was 3 now, and one of those was a penalty. And one of those was deflected.
2 penalties and he scored.
Oh yeah, the second
penalty. But you can't really count Griezmann's goal against the last.
Why not?
Yeah,
because that was just pure fluke. A keeper should have paid.
I think it'd gone down as an own goal, but
I
still would have counted it as a Griezmann goal.
That was a Cavius moment, that. Even worse than Cavius.
Right, I'm going to... All right, we're splitting the room here. So me and Joe are going to go for France. Andrew and Adam are going to go for Belgium. We should have to wait and see after Tuesday night to see who will be in the final.